Hi my loves, welcome or welcome back to the Hummingbird Coven. If you are new here, my name is Azulaje and this is your 2023 Intuitive Oracle Guidance for my air signs. That's my Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node placements. This is your overall energy as well as the moon messages throughout the season for this year. So we're gonna dive right in, so you can pause this video if you need to grab everything that you need. If it's a cup of tea, if you need to light a candle, some incense, grab your favorite crystal, grab a snack, grab a sweater or a blanket, get cozy, get comfy. You can also grab your notebook and your favorite pen. I'm going to be sharing with you some downloads that I received while meditating on your energies, and then I will be getting into the cards for you. So I have some cards, as you can see, that are pre-pulled, and I'll also be pulling some cards live on camera for you today. All of my decks will be posted in the links down or in the description box down below if you are interested in them. And anything else that I would like to share with you, I think that's pretty much everything. So if you've paused this video and come back, I'll just invite you to take a moment to settle in with me and just take a few deep breaths in through your nose, out through your mouth. You can continue to breathe like that, filling your belly with air on your inhale, and allowing your shoulders to relax down your back body, and begin to set your intention for this reading, connecting to your higher self, connecting to your inner knowing, connecting to the energy of next year, the 7 universal year 2023. A year of expansion, a year of growth, a year of movement forward, of self-mastery, of finding balance in all of our dualities and polarities, to support us in moving forward in a more harmonious way, even through the chaos that we might face, even through whatever challenges that we might face. It's I feel for you as specifically as well, my air signs, it's knowing that you have the tools, the resources to make your magic to get you through. I hope that is making sense for you. I also will just like to ask for protection over this reading. I ask that everyone who sees this reading sees it in the divine timing that is in alignment with their higher selves, to receive guidance, to receive support, to receive confirmation on their path and on their journey, to support them in moving forward towards their destiny, towards their purpose. That you are protected on your journey and on this journey of healing as well. This is definitely going to be a year of a lot of healing for a lot of us. Jupiter moving into Aries and will be coming into conjunction with Chiron, who is currently transiting through Aries, direct and retrograde. Chiron being the wounded healer, and Aries being a sign that rules the self, that rules the I, and the personal wants and desires and motivations, and that which kind of drives you, that kind of expresses the essence of who you are, if that makes sense. There's an expansion of awareness in this area of our lives. So awareness of some of these wounds, these personal identity wounds, is definitely something that has been coming through for healing and for expansion. But there's also a lot of growth and blessing that comes from this space as well. I'm going to move into your overall message again for my air signs. That's Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and your personal planets. So the message that came through for all of you is do what you think is right. Do what you think is fair. Know that conflict may arise as you do your best to balance your personal growth and your journey, as well as your relationships and friendships in your life. And then I heard, you lose some, you gain some. So I do, again, feel like there's a certain amount of healing work and release that is happening. Things that you're letting go of, maybe old identities that you used to carry, is coming through for my air signs that you might be letting go of. But I'll leave that as that for now. Let me know if any of that resonates in the comments down below. Again, I would love to know if this is hitting home for any of you in any aspect in your life. We all have all the signs somewhere in our charts, so even if you're a cross watcher, if this is hitting home maybe just in a different way, I would love to know what that might be for you if you're open to sharing. Let's start with the overall energy for you. So I've pulled, I'm just gonna take a sip of tea. I invite you to do the same. So I've pulled your overall planet sign and house, and a clarifier, and then your feminine, masculine, and union energies for the year ahead, and clarifiers for those as well. So the overall planet sign and house is Jupiter in Virgo in the 8th house. Yeah. Hopefully you can see that my lighting is okay. I am working with natural lighting right now. It's still daytime. As it gets darker, I might turn a light on, but for the most part, you guys know I like my natural light. Yeah, learner, I'm just going to read these cards for you because I think the message is pretty clear, especially with everything that was kind of coming through at the beginning of this reading for you. So learn or teach the serving of others as a life or death issue. Be positive about the details of getting and using power. Grow and expand. Do what you must do and use other people's resources. So those are the actions that are coming through with this energy that's supporting you this year, my air signs. And the outcomes are the granting of methods for the healing power of personal power. Blessings from the analyzing of the mysteries of life. Good fortune resulting from the perfectionism of a major change. Yeah, again, I feel like a huge change is coming through, or you are choosing to kind of move in a new direction. You are choosing to step into a space of service is what's coming through. A space of healing is also what's coming through. You might be a teacher or a leader in this space for some of you, and for others of you, you might be a teacher or a leader, kind of master guru type energy, even therapist type energy might be coming through in your life to support you in this healing that you're doing at this time, to support you in making this decision to make this major change is what's coming through. Let's get your clarifier. 10 of Cups. I love that. Yeah. This is leading you to your emotional bliss. This is leading you to your happiness. This is leading you to fulfillment. This is, it can kind of feel overwhelming, but it's a good overwhelming feeling, if that makes sense. This is kind of like a flood of emotions is what's coming through. A flood of emotions. Also pay attention to maybe Scorpios, Cancers, Pisces in your life. As well as your Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces placements. You might want to check out the water signs message, my air signs, as well as potentially the Virgos reading, if that resonates with you. I want to read this 10 of Cups energy for you. Yeah, again, I feel like there's a certain healing of some type of identity wound, some type of some type of wound that regards to who you are, who you identify as, who you express yourself as, how you move in this life. There's some type of healing taking place, and it helps to kind of, what they're showing me is like a dam, I guess that would be. And it's like there's a little hole that some water is getting through, and then eventually that pebble moves, and then that hole gets a little bigger and some more water starts to gush through, and then more and more bricks start to fall, and eventually the entire dam breaks and the water just like flows through. So it can be overwhelming in that way, because it's going to carry, this energy is going to carry you, is what's coming through. But it's gonna kind of wash over you, and it might even kind of throw you under a few times, is kind of what's coming through in terms of your emotions and kind of the roller coaster that you might feel like you will be going on. But eventually it's going to lead to your emotional bliss and happiness and love. Love for what you do, love for what you take action in, love for who you express yourself to be. Love for also the people around you that maybe you have manifested, or you've, again, there's an energy of unlocked. Where is this card? 10 of Cups. The Trinity of Water. Hopefully you can see this. So the 10 of Cups depicts Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces merging together to create a potent and life-affirming fountain of feeling, an omen that a celebration is imminent. Water signs signify emotional attachments and bonds of love. When the card is drawn, it is time to reflect on the depth of connection to those you love and to express this feeling of closeness. The 10 of Cups symbolizes a culmination of the process of feeling and the need to both honor and be honest with that development. Symbolizes a culmination and the process of feeling and the need to both honor and be honest with that development. Yeah, I love that. Okay, let's look at your feminine, masculine, and union energies and see what is coming through for you. So this is the feminine, masculine energies within you as well as around you. You might see these energies coming through. So take the message as it resonates. And then the union is kind of that bridge energy that's coming through. So you have, for the feminine, Uranus and the 4 of Cups. Uranus is the ruling planet of Aquarius. For the masculine, you have Pisces and the King of Swords. And the 9th house you have, the union, you have the 9th house and the Prince of Pentacles. Yeah, that's better. So you have a planet, a sign, and a house. So I'm going to read the message that comes through. So stir up the situation by using your dreams as if it or they came from all there is. Be open to new ideas about your idealization of the philosophies and laws involved. Invent a way to be part of something overwhelming and do it in a big way. Yeah, I'm almost seeing you again, like you're either creating this service of this healing space, or you are like you're becoming a part of it. You're meeting someone who is guiding you into this kind of healing space, this overwhelming this overwhelming healing space where you expand your knowledge, you expand your spiritual horizons is kind of what's coming through. It's opening your mind to new ideas, to new technology, to new ways of doing things, to new ways of also making money is what's coming through. Uranus currently moving through the sign of Taurus. And then you have for the outcomes, an unusual example of spirituality to ultimately experience spiritual values. Yeah, a different way of looking at trusting your psychic knowledge of long-range thinking or travel. An unexpected change resulting from the indecision of or about what is to be shared. Yeah, for some of you, you might be traveling. For some of you, you might be traveling for this, it's coming through as an opportunity. Whether you are the one creating the opportunity or you are taking an opportunity that is presented to you, that is, again, in this kind of healing service energy in a way that is going to make a major change, that it doesn't just impact you, it impacts everybody. Is kind of what's coming through. Like, this is a big deal. I just heard. This is a big deal. And it's about knowing how to, like, there's an energy of this step. So 7 universal year, I don't know if I mentioned in this video, but the 7 universal year is coming through as a ladder, as a lightning bolt, and as a ladder. And there's an energy of the steps that need to be taken. We can't just jump to the finish line. It's a good idea, and the idea is coming through, and it's filling you with emotion, it's filling you with excitement, it's filling you with the desire and the need at this point to kind of make this switch, make this change, and go in this direction, go down this path. But it's, again, it's about not rushing. Allow this kind of flow of energy is what's coming through with this water energy to take you there. If that makes sense. Hopefully that's making sense. I'm gonna get into the individual energy. So for the feminine, you have Uranus in the 4 of Cups. So 4 of Cups talks about someone who's kind of bored with where they are. They have like good relationships in their lives. I mean, they have close friends, but it feels like they're missing something. Is what's coming through. And Uranus is saying your mind needs to be open to like a completely different, like something that you wouldn't normally go for or wouldn't normally think is the way to get what you desire. Again, it's healing that wound of what you desire and how do you want to get there. It's how does divine want you to get there is kind of what's coming through. Divine is coming through and handing you a cup, but you're so busy looking in the other direction, seeing all the things that are wrong or all the things that are like you're okay with, but you're trying to figure out how to change what's there. And Spirit is saying, no, I have something new for you. Turn around, please. You're getting lost in your desire for something and it's becoming an obsession is what's coming through for the divine feminines. And it's blocking you from being able and being open to a different way of thinking about getting the same outcome. I hope that's making sense, my divine feminines. Yeah, this is about radically changing your thinking, I feel like. As well as potentially how you feel about something. again, your potential feeling or obsession about how you desire seeing something kind of play out. This is about releasing that control and allowing divine to surprise you is also what's coming through. That's for my feminines. For my masculines, again, you have Pisces and the King of Swords. So for the masculine energy, I feel like they're tapping into their intuition and they're cutting through any illusions. We do have Neptune transiting through Pisces during this year, direct and retrograde, so it can be kind of confusing at times, and there's also an overwhelming amount of spiritual information that might be coming through. I feel like the masculine energy is finding ways to kind of cut through any illusions, cut through any delusions with their sword of truth. Cut through the fog is also what's coming through with this card. And find the balanced, again, the fair, the just way to make a decision. It's following your intuition and being honest and fair about how you make your decisions, how you communicate your decisions, your choices, and the changes that you want to make. The new, there's an energy of the new laws that you want to implement is kind of what's coming through, or the new order. I'm being drawn to the bubbles that are coming out of the fish's mouth. I don't know if you can see that in the card. Sorry. Don't know if that'll focus. But hopefully you can see that. But there's some bubbles that are coming out of the fish's mouth, and it's giving me kind of two things. There's an energy of breath, and as well as communication that's coming through. Give me a second with this. There's something about being able to hear both sides. There's something about being able to hear both sides, what is idealistic and what is logical, and where can you find a middle ground? Where can you find what's the word I'm looking for? Cooperation is coming through, but it's not quite that. I think you know what I'm talking about, though. And also compassion is coming through. Like, how can you be compassionate in your decision, even if you have to make the hard decision, even if you have to kind of speak some truth and cut down somebody's dreams, potentially. Or even just like fine-tune somebody's dreams, depending on who you are. It might be your own dreams, it might be somebody else's. How do you do that in the most compassionate way possible? There's an energy of, like, again, cutting through the illusion. So it's bringing the facts to the table, but also there's an energy of, like, the morals behind it, like the belief behind it, the reason. Reason is coming through. Reasonable. What is reasonable? What is reasonable? Especially with like the people who might be involved in this situation, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense for you, my masculine energies. And then again, for the union energy, this bridge energy, the 9th house and the Prince of Pentacles. So this is coming forward with an offer, an opportunity to go somewhere. I heard let's go somewhere. Let's just go. I heard. Let's just go. Again, this could be like a healing retreat. Some type of, it does kind of feel like a self-love, self-care type getaway type energy. Or a place where you can go that's where you're learning, you're studying. Prince of Pentacles is kind of that, like, from studious energy to now starting to apply what you have learned. From studying that information, that's maybe spiritual information that has been coming through. Now you're applying what you have learned. You're planting your own seeds. You're working your own magic. You are maybe, you're kind of putting it into practice. I also kind of feel like, again, this whatever reasonable decision that this masculine energy is making, it's, again, the reason is because there's something bigger, is because there's a spiritual value or spiritual moral that you, or some, even there's an energy of like a tradition that's coming through, like something rooted in culture is what's coming through, especially with this 9th house energy. Can be about like traveling to learn other people's culture, to broaden your mind about the different, like the world and just how big it is and how many different people there are and that type of stuff. So yeah, this could be like something in terms of, we're doing it this way because it's more rooted in the culture, if that makes sense. And so it's a proposal to this feminine energy, and this feminine energy might be in her feelings about it because she might have desire to do it a certain way, but that way hasn't been working, so she's been sitting in like boredom is kind of what's coming through, and like complacency is also kind of an energy that's coming through. Like, it's all right here, but it's not, like, there's something missing, and divine is saying, we were trying to offer you something different, but you have to be open enough to change your mind about how you want it to manifest so that you can receive it and be taken on this ride towards the 10 of Cups. It's gonna get you to your destination, but you have to trust it. You have to be open to it, is kind of what's coming through, even if it seems uncertain. Okay, so that is the overall energy. Hopefully that is making sense so far. I'm going to pull your moon messages, my air signs, for spring, summer, fall, and winter 2023. For my Aquarius, Gemini, and Libras, Sun, Moon, Rising, and North Node. What is the overall moon message for spring 2023? One card, please. Thank you. Ooh, new moon. A new start is coming. Again, this is a new, so it could be like an Ace of Cups or an Ace of Pentacles potentially that's coming in for you. But it's a new start in the springtime. Let me grab a clarifier for you. Clarify a new start for my air signs for spring 2023. Thank you. Trine. Fluency, ease, talent, development, privilege, aptitude, self-comfort, temper, laziness, intelligence. Yeah, so again, I feel like this opportunity is coming to you in this springtime, whatever it is, if it's an offer of love or a proposal. It could be like a marriage proposal, but it could also be like a business or work proposal in that way. But it's two trine energy. It's the three. It's a trinity. It's two energies coming together to manifest, to create, to build something together, right? And to create something together. This could all even be the feminine and masculine energy within you and divine coming together to create something is what's coming through. I love that. So that is springtime energy for you. Summertime energy for my air signs 2023. What is the moon's message for summertime? Summer energy, thank you. Okay, full moon eclipse, summertime. And I think there will be a full moon eclipse just before summer season begins, if I'm not mistaken. Conclusions are within reach. So I feel like in the springtime, you may be offered this opportunity, but it may take you until summertime to let go of those old, or let go of the old in general is kind of what's coming through. To close out those old cycles. Ooh. Thank you. Square. Yeah, resistance is coming through. You may be resisting this change in the summertime, so just notice any of that. It may feel like a struggle. It may feel like you're facing, it might be either new or old obstacles might be coming through, but this is a time for you to gain experience. It's going to ask you for your effort. Learning, again, what are you learning about who you are, where you are, what you want, what do you truly, really desire? This can bring up conflict within your relationships. Again, obsession. That obsession energy that I mentioned is coming through. Are you obsessed with controlling how something is kind of playing out? It leads to problems, yeah. So just be aware of that energy in the summertime. And for some of you, it also could be like you making a certain choice to change and to close out certain cycles. It might cause problems with like other people in your life who just may not understand, who may not be a part of where you're going next is kind of what's coming through. It will be hard. It will bring up a certain amount of emotions to be healed, to be released. But it will be worth it, is also what's coming through. Fall for my air signs. Fall season for my air signs, 2023. One card, please. Fall 2023. What is your moon's message for fall 2023? My air signs, Aries, Gemini, Libra. New moon in Aquarius, another new moon coming through for you. Bring love into the situation. That's that compassion. That's that, even though I'm making this decision, even though I'm detaching from this situation, from this old lifestyle, from this old whatever it is, friendship, relationship, job, commitment, whatever the case scenario might be, there's a reason behind it. There's love in this choice. And it might be love for self is what's coming through. There's also an energy of love for the future. Aquarius is definitely about that future energy. This is about bringing in something new for the future. Clarify, bring love into the situation. Oh, thank you. Stellium, reinforcement and concentration. Yeah, you're reinforcing, you're concentrating your energy on love, on the future. I just heard the future generations as well. What are you pouring into this world? For some of you, this is what are the ancestors pouring into you? What are they reinforcing and asking you to concentrate on as you move through this healing work, as you move through releasing some old identities of yourself? There's an energy of an ego death. Opposite of Aquarius is Leo. We are in the age of Aquarius, and so Leo is kind of the shadow energy that we are learning our lessons from and taking our confidence that we feel with Leo energy from, but we're releasing the ego. We're releasing there's kind of a death to the celebrity is kind of what's coming through, especially because of the internet, social media ruled by Aquarius energy. Everyone can be an influencer, right? Everyone can be an influencer. So it's about a message that was kind of actually coming through before I turned on the camera today was, are you what was it? Are you a content consumer or a content creator? Are you consuming and are you just kind of becoming one of the herd is kind of what's coming through? Or are you creating something? Are you creating a space that is for, like, that is in a purpose of building community, of building a space of like minds to bring in healing, to bring in a cleansing is what's coming through. So in the fall season, we're concentrating, we're reinforcing that energy. Pay attention as well to any stelliums, which is 3 or more planets that are in the same sign at one time. It reinforces that energy. It concentrates that energy. It makes that energy more powerful, right? So pay attention to any stelliums that might be happening, again, especially during fall season, but any stelliums throughout the year that might be happening in your natal chart, or just in the transits in general. And pay attention to what themes are being brought up for you during those times. Last card, Winter 2023 for my air signs. Last card, please. Winter 2023. Ooh, thank you. A time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. Coming right back to the overall energy. This is about stepping into service for humanity's sake. This is what this time is about, that we are living through at this time. It's about stepping into service for humanity's sake. And I do actually see an energy of stepping into service in like with technology, utilizing social media, so that a cleansing and a purging, a detoxification can happen in that space, especially with Pluto. Yeah, Pluto is moving into the sign of Aquarius this year and will be there until 2044. So this is the beginning of the purging of all things that have to do with Aquarius, especially being in the age of Aquarius. So all again, things like social media, technology, the internet, there's also an energy of like society in general, societal norms is what's coming through. People who make decisions for the we, right? For everyone, for communities, is kind of what's coming through. There's a purging of those spaces. And it happens when the people who are meant to step into service in those spaces to create healing, to create rebalancing of the energies. Let's get your last clarifier. A time to give, one card please. I'll take this one, flipped over. Waning gibbous, releasing gratitude, nurture, and active service. So my air signs, you're stepping into service this year. That is your message, that is your energy. The bottom of the deck, this card is flipped over. Oh, yeah, full moon in Aquarius. Show the world the real you. This is about being authentic to also why you came here, the work that you came to do here. The end of a tough cycle approaches. This is also the conclusion, the end of, I feel like, your old karmic cycle. Again, that old identity that you might have been holding on to. There's also an energy of the end of oppressive cycles and systems that might have been put in place. And then for your clarifiers, you have waxing crescent. Inspiration, creativity, growth, accomplishments, and learning. Those are your underlying energies for 2023. I hope that this message has been supportive to you. I hope that the message has been clear to you, that the energies are resonating, or maybe you'll find that they will resonate as you move through the year. I invite you to come back to this video at any time to check in and see if things have come to pass. If they haven't, let me know again in the comments down below. If you feel called to, if you feel guided to share with me. I'm grateful for the opportunity to share my gifts and my talents with you. I will be filming your individual messages in another video for my Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra energies. So until then, I'll see you in my next one. Happy healing. Bye.